quite a lot of the stuff we're doing with these guys is going to be in reverse. So they need to know ahead of time what they need to do, but also how to do it backwards.
Yeah, now lead, Charlie, now lead. Oh, Gabby, I love you.
I don't know. Hello everybody, welcome back to Fire and Ice. Today we are going to be talking about how we managed to pull off that ridiculous engagement shoot. We really went all in on this one and used quite a lot of the tools that we have here in the office, including FPV drones. We used a projector to play some old footage we had on a waterfall, and we used the latest Sony A7s III.
Take you little beast!
The reason why we're going to go through all of this? Well, I don't know, we wanted to make the best possible project that we could. And maybe by watching this video, if you're a videographer, you can get an idea of how to pull off something similar yourself, because your clients deserve the best possible video you can make for them. And if we can help you make a similar project for your clients, then we're all winning. So this story kicks off with the couple that we had to shoot the engagement film with, which is Charli and Joel. So we started off filming their engagement session on a beach in Southerndown, and we were getting some pretty good shots, some nice kind of sunset, tide coming in, those kind of like beautiful landscape sort of shots, but we wanted to try and take it up another level. We had done this a couple of times before, and we really wanted to try and see if we can't pull off something a bit bigger. And then looking around the office, we started looking at some different things that we had available to us. One of the things included a projector.
Shit,
something went in my eye. And so we started coming up with all these different tricks and things that we could do and things we could get away with using a projector. Like, what if we projected it against a huge wall? Or what if we projected it against a waterfall? What if we could cut back and forth between the shots that we would project against a waterfall and then the actual shots themselves? One of the employees here, Gavin, really got heavily into FPV drones during the lockdown period. And could we do something involving FPV flying up and over the waterfall? There was so much going on. And the biggest kind of hurdle that we had to kind of overcome was the fact that we had never done anything like this before. And so we started loads of tests. Gonna do a Jenny test today. Gonna see if we can't use that Jenny to power the projector. It's gonna play some footage off of that laptop, and then we're gonna shoot the footage against one of these walls here when it gets a little bit darker. Hopefully it should work. It's really funny when you see the final result of these things and you don't actually kind of realize until you're in it how much is actually kind of going into this. So many things that come up that you hadn't even planned, like, have we got the right wire to plug the laptop into the projector? And then how do we actually see the menu systems on the projector when it's projecting against a thing, to know which clips you want to play against against, oh God.
What happened?
Come on, buddy! Yes! Come on!
Yes!
We even did a location test. We actually showed up on the location before the shoot day and tried to get as many different shots as we could of the location.
The male Gavin usually spends 8 to 10 hours videoing the same bit of bedding for its nest to attract a mate.
The other main reason we went to the waterfall was to test out that bloody projector. So we can get an idea when we bring it back to edit and color grade how it's going to look and also how the workflow is going to be. And there was, again, so many things popping up that we hadn't expected. Even things like how close to the waterfall could we actually get the projector without risking damaging it? Is the projector actually going to survive this shoot? And also just how slippy the ground was. It was ankle-breaking city. It was a nightmare just to try and get all the equipment down there. And more than that, what's going to happen when Charli and Joel come down in costume and have to pose for camera on this slippy, rocky ground? If this did not work, this entire shoot would be a complete rewrite a week before we actually needed to be with the couple.
Fucking right, you can see it.
Oh, that looks so good.
I do like gig out. Yeah. I do like gig work. Yeah, it works. It's gonna work. This is. We're gonna do it. Yeah. Actually, we're good.
Only then were we able to finally shoot this film. All the tests and everything we had done was leading up to this point. We brought Charli and Joel with us and got them into costume and brought them down to Henry's Waterfall. We started off the day with the FPV stuff, planned a couple of whoops and whips around the place.
So we're YouTubers. It's not as in love. You're gonna walk normal, side by side, looking at each other. As you get to this speed, you need a big gap. Yeah, now lead, Charli, now lead. Oh, Gavin, I love you.
So we did all that stuff during the day and we waited patiently for the night to come, just trying to squeeze in as many different shots as we could. Quite a lot of the stuff we're doing with these guys is going to be in reverse, so they need to know ahead of time what they need to do, but also how to do it backwards, so that when we go into post, we can re-reverse the footage and it'll look like they're going forwards in time. But the waterfall will still be going up. Don't know if you can see that, but we're also starting to get bats flying about the place. Wait, that's actually kind of appropriate given where we are, because I don't know if you recognise that, but this was actually one of the waterfalls used in the Dark Knight trilogy for the Batcave.
I'm a bat. I am Batman. Or am I? Yes, I am Batman.
It's now that time.
Come with me.
Here we go, setting the Jenny up and the projector. It works, it works. So finally the sun came down, we hit the sweet spot for the amount of light we needed to go away in order to see a projection hit the waterfall. We got as many different takes as we could and covered the crap out of this thing. Everyone was getting cold, everyone was getting wet, and we were just about to pack in the day. Then we had one last minute thing that we wanted to try. When we first went to the location, we were really nervous about taking the projector behind the waterfall and project it against the water that way, because there's so much water being sprayed back into the cave behind it. We didn't want to risk the projector getting destroyed, but seeing as we had shot everything and ticked all our boxes and gotten all the shots we wanted to out of the way, we thought, let's just go for it. And if the projector breaks at this point of the day, that's okay, we've got enough.
If it dies,
Just in case something goes wrong, yeah.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
I took it up with me and brought it back behind the waterfall, stuck on a head torch, put a raincoat on, and tried to wrap the projector in as many different layers as possible. So we set these up and cranked that ISO. Gavin and Pix got ready and...
Keep it going, guys.
Don't take me to a place of stay.
guess if there's any kind of things to take away from this whole experience, it's that if you're planning on pulling off something this big for a client, shoot for the moon. Go for it. The whole reason why this came about is because we had already shot an engagement session with Charli and Joel. It was good enough. We could have made something out of that. But we felt like they deserved better. We felt like we could do better. Maybe this has kind of spurred on some ideas for you, and maybe next time you go out on a project, you can take away what you've learned here from our productions and apply it to your own work. And we cannot wait to see what you guys make. Alright, that's all from us, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you found it useful. Like, comment, subscribe, do all the things that the YouTube algorithm wants you to do. I am going to go to bed and sleep for the rest of the week.
So on the way down there, there's a place called Slegachen Bridge. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So that's how we're going to transition from the mountains to the castle. We're going to use the bridge.